Hello, welcome. If you're pregnant, you just found out you're pregnant, this video is for you. I want us to discuss blood pressure in pregnancy. So one of the things I'd advise you to do is when you find out you're pregnant, yes, go see your doctor and they confirm, but they would need to also do a baseline blood pressure for you so that then they have something to compare with when you go for your other consecutive visits. Why it's important to do your blood pressure. So even let's explain what is it all about. So there's always a top number and then there's a bottom number. The top number is the systolic pressure and the bottom number is diastolic pressure. So if your systolic pressure is high or your diastolic pressure is high, then there's a concern. So if you have a BP of 120/70, that's okay. Now the systolic pressure, which is the top number, is when your heart is pumping blood to the rest of your body, and the lower number is when your heart is at rest, how much pressure is there in the blood vessels. 120/70 is fine. Majority of moms who are expectant have a lower blood pressure. So for me, I remember every time I took my blood pressure, it was maybe 100/65, 102/70. Now it's important for you to have an idea of what your blood pressure looks like. So if you have a notebook or you have a journal where you write. So don't just say the nurse has told you it's normal, so it's normal. No, what has the reading been? Because if you compare it to the last month's reading, is there a change? Why is there a change? What's going on with your body? So if you have high blood pressure, especially if your diastolic pressure, which is the lower number, is above 90, so you take it and it's 128/100, not good. Not good, and your doctor will send you to either see a specialist or put you on medication. That is too high for you because that's a pressure that when your heart is at rest, the pressure in your blood vessels, that would be too high. It should not be above 90. Now there's something in pregnancy called preeclampsia, and preeclampsia tends to have a number of symptoms. One of them is an elevated blood pressure. So you take your blood pressure, it's been 101, just like mine, over 65, 110 over 70, and then you check it one last time, maybe the next month's visit, and it's at 145/102. That is high. So they may repeat it again and it's still high. Your doctor may be concerned and may put you on blood pressure medication or ask you, are you stressed? What's going on? Are you drinking enough water? Now, some symptoms of preeclampsia is the elevated blood pressure, sudden weight gain. So you've been gaining generally well, but all of a sudden, within a week or two, you've gained 5 kilos. That's not usually normal, and what is going on? Then facial swelling. So you wake up in the morning or your partner sees you and they're wondering, who am I? Do I tell her her lips are swollen or her face is swollen? Do I wait for her to see herself in the mirror? Because it could be just you wake up and you have swollen lips. Why do you have swollen lips? It could be a sign of preeclampsia. So don't take it as, oh, that's just fluid retention, I'm okay. No, you need to check it. So even if you can't go get a slot to see your gynecologist, go to a pharmacy, pay 50 shillings and get your blood pressure taken. If it's high, then you need to see your doctor. Then if you see your doctor, he'll say, okay, let's take a urine sample. They may find protein in your urine. If they do, it could be a sign of preeclampsia. Now, when you ignore all these signs, you have also headaches you've been ignoring. It's another sign of high blood pressure. You have a headache, you're just taking paracetamol all the time. Please don't, especially if you're in your 3rd trimester, do not ignore headaches. Because what happens with preeclampsia, you end up having such an elevated blood pressure, it starts to affect your baby. Moms can even go into a coma, and there's only one cure of preeclampsia. When it's found out, the medications are not helping, the blood pressure medications you're taking are not helping to bring back your BP down to normal. The only thing they can do is to take your baby out. Hopefully your baby is above 28 weeks here in Kenya, above 30 weeks, at least they will survive and do fine. So please be mindful of your blood pressure. Subtle things like headaches, don't ignore them. Take your blood pressure. Also, if you wake up, your face is swollen, you find your nose is swollen, when you're like, oh, I think it's fluid retention, just check and see that it's okay. So that then we're not dealing with other serious issues such as preeclampsia. But one of the things I find, moms just, as soon as you're told, the nurse tells you, oh, iko sawa, it is normal, you're good. own your numbers, own the numbers, and even document and write, okay, so what was I reading? Write it down. Then you compare it with the rest. Okay, Shira is here to support you, to educate you, and to empower you. So those are tips on ensuring that your BP is okay and how to know when it's not and what you should do. Thank you so much for watching Nurturing Moms. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed, please remember to subscribe and share. If you need any questions answered, you can text me on the numbers showing on the screen. You can WhatsApp me. You can even send me an email and I'll get back to you. Nurturing Moms is here to support you, to educate you, and to empower you.